The moment China announced its discovery of 490 million tons of lithium in Hunan province, the global energy game changed forever. Tesla, America's clean energy champion, suddenly found itself staring at a chess move it never saw coming. For years, Americans believed the electric vehicle revolution was our ticket to energy independence. No more foreign oil, no more being held hostage by unstable regimes.
Tesla became the poster child of that dream, its stocks soaring, its gigafactories hailed as monuments of American innovation. Politicians promised millions of high-paying jobs and a new era of industrial strength made in the USA. But while America celebrated shiny cars and factory ribbon cuttings, China was playing a different game. A deeper, longer, more strategic game. They weren't just building cars.
They were quietly taking control of the very foundation that makes those cars possible: lithium. Lithium powers every EV battery, and while Tesla improved designs and production, China moved 20 steps ahead, buying up mines in South America, dominating processing facilities across Asia, and perfecting the refining technologies that turn raw ore into battery-grade materials. Today, China controls about 70% of all lithium processing worldwide. Companies like Ganfeng and Yahua supply nearly 40% of Tesla's battery materials. Here's the truth most Americans don't realize. When you drive a Tesla on a U.S. highway, you're riding on Chinese processed lithium and Chinese refined cobalt. The clean energy revolution meant to free us from foreign dependence has instead made us more dependent than ever, this time on a rival superpower that already proved it's willing to weaponize resources. Tesla knows it's trapped. The Texas lithium refinery, it announced with great fanfare, will cover only a fraction of its needs. Even with partnerships in Australia or Chile, the materials often end up processed in China anyway. It's quicksand. Every move to escape only pulls you deeper. And here's where China's strategy shows its brilliance. By controlling processing, China controls the pace and price of the EV revolution worldwide. When lithium hit $84,000 a ton in 2022, Western projects collapsed while China kept producing. When prices crashed from Chinese overproduction, American companies delayed or canceled expansions. It's economic warfare disguised as market competition, and China has been winning. The implications go far beyond cars. Batteries are becoming the bullets of the future, powering everything from missile defense systems to autonomous drones. Yet by 2027, the Pentagon must eliminate Chinese battery materials from defense supply chains. Finding alternatives that meet military standards is proving nearly impossible. Tesla's $4.3 billion deal with LG Energy Solution in Michigan sounds like progress, but LG still relies heavily on Chinese processed lithium. It's like switching dealers but staying addicted to the same drug. The dependency remains. The U.S. government is pouring billions into new projects through the Inflation Reduction Act and infrastructure law. But building domestic capacity takes 5 to 7 years. China can expand in months. By the time American projects come online, China's dominance may already be unshakable. And then came the knockout punch, China's massive Hunan discovery. A deposit big enough to supply the world's EV demand for decades, processed faster than traditional methods, backed by an industrial machine already perfected. Add in secondary minerals like tungsten and tin, and China gains multiple revenue streams, making competition almost impossible. Worse, Beijing timed this perfectly with new export controls on advanced battery technology. The message is clear: if you want the best batteries, build in China, or accept weaker, less competitive products. Tesla is caught in this trap, relying on Chinese equipment and know-how at its Nevada Gigafactory, even as it tries to cut ties. The fallout hits American workers too. Jobs that could have powered communities in Nevada, Texas, and North Carolina instead flowed to Chinese-controlled operations. The intellectual property, the expertise, the next-generation technologies are being developed in China, not America. And while American companies struggle under strict environmental standards, Chinese producers cut corners, gaining cost advantages that wipe out Western competitors. Ironically, U.S. environmental protections end up fueling dirtier production overseas while making American operations uncompetitive. Here's the bigger picture. Lithium is just one piece of China's master plan. From rare earths to semiconductors, they've built dominance over the inputs of the 21st century economy. America focused on shiny outputs, cars, gadgets, profits, while China captured the foundations. They played decades ahead. We played quarter by quarter. So here's the question every American should be asking. What happens when the country that makes your EV batteries also controls the raw materials and one day decides it doesn't want to share anymore? Because this isn't just about cars. It's about whether America will lead in the technologies of the future or watch from the sidelines as China dictates the pace, the price, and the rules of the clean energy transition. And here's the cliffhanger: lithium is only the beginning. Next, we'll uncover how China's grip on rare earth elements makes its lithium advantage look small by comparison, and why the semiconductors in your phone might be the next battleground in an invisible war most Americans don't even know is happening.